Hello, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Joseph Gibson,
And I'm Lucas D'Angelo.
and we have a lot planned for you on this episode of The Journal, so don't click away. Welcome to The Journal Home Edition.
That's right, Joe. Even though we're stuck in our houses, that won't stop us from showing you guys some of the great stories Toronto has to offer.
Today, you guys are in for a treat as we go from shredding the slope to getting tattoos that are dope and washing our hands with soap.
Don't forget about visiting the animal hospital, seeing what it's like to get massage therapy, and getting to spend the day with the director of the CCSAI.
Yes, how could I forget, Lucas?
About those tattoos, Joe, I heard you're trying to get one yourself.
I have been trying to get one, but I just don't know really what to get.
Well, maybe you should speak to our guest, Nick Zhurid. He's an artist and can help you. He's actually here with us right now.
All right, well, let's meet the man himself then. And now I'm here sitting down with Nick Zhurid himself. Nick, thanks for coming on the show today, my man.
Thanks for having me, guys.
So obviously you here are the star of the tattoo documentary that our friend Max is doing. Lucas recommended me to you, and I need to find a tattoo. Do you have any idea of what I should get?
Yeah, if you tell me what you like, then I can come up with an idea like straight ahead.
All right. Well, my previous life, I was a lifeguard, before this whole quarantine thing, and I like to swim a lot. So, yeah, maybe something to do with the water, like something with fish or
Yeah, we can do a whale or a shark if you like.
sharks are a little scary. I've never been a big fan of sharks, so I think whale works for me. How does that sound?
Yeah, let's go with a whale.
Well, thanks for helping me out, Nick. You're a fine lad indeed. And speaking of fine lads, I'd like to introduce you to someone here. That's another student at Centennial College. He's CCSAI's campus director here at the Story Arts Center, and I spent the day with him so you guys get to know him a little bit better. His name's Ivan Sharma, and this is his story.
My name is Ivan Sharma. I'm 23 in the visual effects program. My disability is Duchenne muscular dystrophy. It's a muscle degeneration disease. I had my disability since I was 7. What ways does my disability affect everyday life? It's hard to eat sometimes, but I get through it. Picking things up if it falls down, obviously. I mostly use Wheel-Trans, but in the subway system, sometimes the buttons are too high, or I just ask whoever. There are some places that haven't accommodated me, like Warden subway station, I live there. There's no elevator. Some of the places I want to go to, there are steps though.
Thankfully, Ivan has Centennial College. Thanks to the hard work and kindness of the faculty and student body, as well as the necessary upgrades to infrastructure, Ivan is able to navigate around the school just fine. With all of these factors in mind, the school enables Ivan to pursue his studies of becoming that of a digital visual effects artist.
What do I like about digital visual effects program and why I chose it? I like the animation aspects of it, and that it doesn't have a lot of drawing involved, so it's good. Because I get wrist pain sometimes, so it's mostly computer-based. I wanted to do some sort of movies, like I really enjoyed animation and stuff. I wanted to get into animation, but it was too much hands-on, so. Whatever I need, they would provide, like, need software or something like a read and write, or like text-to-speech. If I need someone to scribe or something, they would provide from the classroom someone, or I could have a recording device and record the lessons. My experience with CCSI has been really great. A few years I've been doing campus director, so it involves creating events and going to the programming meetings, like for the whole school, like discussing what we can do for the student population.
Where we have been working hard to create a platform for students to raise their voice and get to know them in a more personal level.
The impact is that I've gotten a full college experience because I got to be involved in volunteering and a lot of different events and creating things that make students excited. And it's 9 p.m. We're still at Story Arts Center. It's up all night, so it's a mental health initiative where we get to stay 12 hours to talk about insomnia and other mental disabilities and stop the stigma. So my outlook on the future when I enter the industry is looking pretty positive. I think I'll find the good roles and do what I want to do.
That was amazing. Truly inspiring.
Thanks. Yeah, are you good with your neck there?
Yeah, I just woke up with a sore neck today.
Okay, those are the worst. Have you ever tried to get a massage when that happens?
No, I haven't. But if you want to come over and give me a little neck rub after the social distancing thing is over, I'd be down.
I don't think I'm qualified enough to do such a thing, but you know who is? A man by the name of Ceazar Lee. He's a registered massage therapist and the clinic director at Strength NU, and we're going to see what he has to offer.
Good morning, ladies.
Good morning, Caesar.
I am a massage therapist by trade. I didn't know I wanted to get into massage therapy. Actually, growing up, I wanted to be a pro athlete. The closest I could get to working with athletes was becoming a therapist. To be honest with you, I was in the industry for about 2-3 years, and I still didn't really know what I wanted out of life until Strength NU started opening up. And even then, it took me a little while to figure out that I was like, wow, I actually own a business. Strength NU Fitness and Therapy, we specialize in strength, conditioning, and therapeutic services. Our classes are designed to take you anywhere from putting on weight, dropping weight. You can do a combination of the classes to achieve whatever it is that you're trying to achieve. So the reason why we added the therapy portion is because therapy and training go hand in hand. It's kind of like when you take your car in for an oil change, you know what I mean? You go out, put all that mileage on your car, you take it back to the mechanics, you go put that mileage back on your car. Same thing with the human body, right? It can only train high intensity for so long before you're gonna need some sort of therapeutic intervention.
But the thing is with the tear, it's just everything around it just starts to get affected as well, right?
Mm-hmm.
So you got your
Oh,
neck
yeah.
flap, your teres right here.
Yeah.
Then you got your subscap right here. So all your rotator cuff muscles are working 2 or 3 times.
All my patients are on some sort of treatment plan, depending on what the condition is. And yeah, we just do follow-up treatments and see how they're doing, check out their range of motion, see if there's anything new that's bothering them. I don't like seeing patients because they're in pain. Typically, by the time patients are in pain, it's a little too late. I like patients coming in to see me because they're happy, they're healthy, their shoulder, their knee is feeling great, and they want to keep it that way. People always treat the symptoms and the site of pain, but they never really get to the root of the problem. We take a look at the body as a whole as opposed to somebody coming with just low back pain. Who knows? Maybe it could have come from their feet, maybe it could have came from their hip or their knees and so on and so forth. Treat the root of the problem, treat the patient, and not the signs and symptoms that you see.
The reason why I do it passively, I know, is just when a patient is in pain, you can get so much more movement when you do it passively.
Well, they're guarding, right? So they won't be.
Absolutely.
Okay.
You'll never find a place where the trainers and the chiros and the physios and the RMTs work so cohesively together. When a new practitioner comes in, for example, everybody eats at the same table. There's no egos or anything there. You know what I mean? Everybody has the same voice, and that's part of our culture. You know, every single person that walks in through our doors will have a team of people working on them, right? We each have our own special techniques and attributes that we can give this patient to help them succeed. Why not work cohesively for the better of the patient?
And you can kind of just drag it up and down.
Yeah.
Right? So it's kind of like a muscle strip.
I want this company to be the standard of how facilities and clinicians operate. You can build the building, that's the easy part, but you know, I want people to look at this facility and be like, you know what? These guys did it right. We did it by treating our staff well, paying our staff well, We did it by bringing in the right people, and we did it with honesty and integrity.
Wow, Joe. That guy does seem pretty good. I think I'll have to check him out.
I only recommend the best. Now, about that tattoo recommendation, let's check back in with Nick and see how my tattoo is coming along, why don't we? All right, Nick, my man, how are things taking shape so far?
It looks good, man. I just need like 20 minutes and it's gonna be done.
All right. Well, yeah, from what I'm seeing so far, it does really look like it's taking shape. It's looking really nice. I'm excited to see what the finished piece is going to look like, obviously.
Yeah.
Lucas, you gotta admit, that sketch is coming out pretty tight, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. So, Joe, what's the deal with the goggles?
Oh, you mean these? Yeah. Not too long ago, my friend Alex convinced me to go snowboarding after 20 years of never trying it.
You've never been snowboarding, huh? Well, how did that go?
It went pretty well, if I do say so myself, but you know what? You can be the judge. Hi there, my name's Joseph, and today where the hell are we again? Eden, that's where we are. And 20 years, I've never snowboarded in my life, and I guess now's a better time than ever, so let's do it. Why the hell not? One of the more tougher hills here at Glen Eden. I'm just doing a little practice run here. Gotta learn how to go up the escalator for the first time, so we'll see how that is. Let's take it away. Ooh. Solid. Oh man, the journey only starts here. We can only go up from here, boys. Only go up from here. First wipeout of the day. Last wipeout of the day. Good? Oh yeah. All right, so just came off of the first wipeout. You know, I mean, honestly, I'm not gonna lie. I was kind of expecting something like that. Everyone was telling me that I'm gonna fall on my ass, so it's bound to happen at some point. But I don't know. I think after, you know, I've gone a bit of, I got lucky in the first one, fell on my ass in the second one. I think I'm ready for the pros and ready to hit the big slopes over there. So let's take it over to the forklift and see what's happening. All right, so we just did that. Snowboarding it was really fun. I'm glad. I was really scared at first. You know, past 10 years I've only been doing skiing, but went over my comfort zone, gave it a try, and you know, got my ass kicked a bunch of times, but I made it through in the end. So I thought it was a lot of fun. All right, well, Joseph, it's been real. Back to you, Joseph. See? Told you I did pretty good, Lucas.
Sure thing, Joe. You really showed the bunny hill what's up.
Yeah, that's the advanced beginner hill to you, thank you. Now, this whole time we've been checking up on the star of our Tachi documentary, but now we have the chance to speak to the director behind said documentary, and that'd be Max. Max, thanks for coming on the show today, man.
Hey guys, thanks for having me. How are you doing today?
So, Max, how about you tell us about this doc? In particular, why do you choose to do a tattoo parlor?
Well, first of all, I find tattoo industry kind of personal to me. You know, it's the same. I'm a filmmaker, right? I tell stories. This is the same for tattoo artists. They tell stories. It's an art process. They tell stories with the tattoos, and it's still a piece of art. So I'm also related. Yeah, I've got my tattoo when I was 16. So it was like a perfect topic for myself.
Okay, so you have a tattoo yourself. What's
Yep.
the story behind that one?
So I was 16 years old. I was in high school, and I kind of came up with this idea that I want to put something on myself as a reminder that will represent myself. So I put a tattoo which says "Travel Always." It has like a small compass on it, and yeah, I just decided, I'm gonna put it. I will always have to follow it. I always have to move, and this is kind of my, reminder, motivation sometimes.
So there's a bit of a personal connection there with your tattoo.
Oh yeah, 100%. Yeah.
So you think that's the reason why someone should get a tattoo?
I think, yeah, the first reason you should get a tattoo is if you have an idea and you wanna represent it to someone, you definitely should consider it because yeah, tattoos are basically what you have inside, you put it outside, and that's how you represent yourself, your idea, and who you are.
Okay, well, that was very well said, Max. Thanks for coming on today.
Yeah, thank you guys.
All right. Coming up now, we actually get to see Maxim's documentary, so let's check it out.
Hi, my name is Daniel Verdvsh and I'm a tattoo artist. I started drawing, I think, when I was 4 years old. I had a couple t-shirts with Ninja Turtles drawings on them, and I liked them so much that I just started trying to copy them on a paper. But then throughout my life, it started developing into something bigger. I ended up painting large-scale canvases that eventually I was exhibiting in galleries throughout North America and Europe. But unfortunately, at the same time, to pay my bills, I had to work on the other job. I still wanted to pursue my artistic goals. I was constantly looking for some alternative that would help me to spend more time on what I love doing. At that time, my friends, from what I remember, they were always telling me that, Daniel, you draw so well and you will do good in tattooing. I think they were the first who inspired me, who planted that seed that I can become a tattoo artist. It grew up, and that's where I am right now, tattooing. Every single day I draw, I spend time with people, I present them a beautiful piece of art, the piece of my soul that they will be able to wear for the rest of their life. Regarding my designs, how do I get inspiration? The most meaningful source for me is what surrounds me, the nature. Plants, flowers, animals, all. I'm trying to catch the changes in the lines or color palettes. At the same time, the camera is always handy, so when I walk on the street and then suddenly I see the beautiful flower, slowly and slowly I build up my storage of different materials that can be used when I put together my designs. Next step would be developing the idea, the composition. Okay, so what would it be? Would it be a bird with a flower, or would it be just a flower, a single flower or a bouquet? Where I'd love to place it, how big would it be? Would it be something complicated or more on the simpler side? Today was a special day. I tattooed my original design on my girlfriend, my partner, Sasha. We opened together a tattoo studio, Flamewise Inc., that's located in Mississauga, Ontario.
but it's more than a tattoo shop. It's not like regular tattoo stores. We are more open to art. I finished art school in Jerusalem, Bethel Academy of Arts. So it was more than a tattoo for me because Daniel is not only my partner and my boyfriend, he's my teacher as well. He's teaching me tattooing right now. So for both of us, it was a very, very important moment in our lives. He was tattooing, making a beautiful design on me. We know each other already for 10 years already.
Studying together for 4 years, sitting next to each other in our group, doing common projects together.
But we were friends, like, best friends. So then I left and I went to study in the art academy in Israel.
And I came to Canada, where I started exploring and pursuing my artistic directions.
And then we met 1 year ago back in Ukraine, in Kiev, and we decided to give it a try. And I moved to Canada, to Toronto.
And so far it works excellent.
And we are here to check back on Nick one last time to see what the final drawing looks like. Nick, what do you have for us?
Hey Joe, so here's the final piece. As you can see, I used your idea of whale, as we spoke before. And I browsed online, saw different tattoos of different whale styles, and then I converted it to my personal style, which is watercolor. And you can see splashes of light blue, dark blue, and yellow color combination. And it took me around 30 minutes. So yeah, I hope you enjoy it.
So Nick, you gotta tell me, how long have you been doing this for?
I've been doing graphic design for approximately 2 years as for now, and then I've been doing tattoo design for only a year, but it's been a great experience and I really enjoy doing it.
So tell me a bit about that. What got you into tattoo design?
Yeah, so I've been drawing for a bit when I was a child, and then that's what got me into graphic design. When I realized that I have to earn some money for myself, then I got back into drawing characters, and it got me into tattoo design. And yeah, that's how I'm into this sphere. Yeah, how I got here.
Can you sort of explain a bit about your process of making a tattoo for someone?
Yeah, so my process starts with talking to a client, understanding their idea, and I try to make every tattoo personal because it's gonna stay with you for the whole life. So I'm putting some meaning inside it, and then after I got the whole idea of design, I go on the internet, look up different meanings of things, and I find the exact sketch I want to use, and then I just transfer it into my style, same as I did with yours. And then I sketch it out, outline it, and add some color. That's it.
Well, Nick, my man, that is incredible. Thank you so much for designing that for me.
Okay, Joe, thanks for having me. It was a great experience for me, and it was a pleasure talking to you guys. If you ever need a tattoo, you know where to go.
Okay, that sketch came out looking pretty good.
Yeah, it looked like a real whale to me.
You're right, it does look real. And well, speaking about animals in general, we went to an animal hospital not too long ago, and well, here's how that experience went.
Sit. Stay. Come on, let's go. Thank you for calling Beaches Animal Hospital. How can I help you?
At Beaches Animal Hospital, we're a full-functioning veterinary clinic. We do surgery, we have radiology, we do ultrasound. Most of our time is spent dealing with medical cases, of course. We have boarding. We service both paying clientele, but we also do a lot of work with rescue groups as well. In fact, the last count was that we were working with 60 rescue groups, which I think has actually helped us build as a veterinary clinic because the people in the community actually see that we're giving back to the community, so they enjoy that idea and they come to us and continue to come to us.
My name is Dr. Joanna Coote, and I am an associate veterinarian here at Beaches Animal Hospital, and I have been working here since 2009. So I think like many veterinarians have loved animals from a young age, and I was pretty horse obsessed when I was a young child and rode horses, and my poor parents, that's all we did all weekend long. And so sort of when it came time to go to university, I was really interested in science and went through science program and decided to apply to become a veterinarian. And so I graduated and started off as an emergency veterinarian in a ER for animals, basically. Over the years, have developed an interest in surgery, and so I do see appointments. So I see consultations, as all the vets do here, and I do have days where I do surgery as well. So I primarily do surgeries on dogs and cats. I do some surgeries on rabbits and small pocket pets, but mostly dogs and cats, and that can range from anything to routine surgeries such as spay and neuter, all the way to removal of foreign objects that they shouldn't have eaten, such as tennis balls or corn on the cob, bracelets. It's amazing what animals will eat. But so those types of surgeries, or mass removals, dentals on animals. All
right, so for ultrasounds on animals, we put them in DV position, so basically dorsal ventral. So the abdomen side is up, the dorsal side is on the back, and then we just hold them down like that. Most animals don't mind being like this, so Dolly's a good girl though. She won't mind. Right, baby girl? Right, with your tongue. And then Natalie's gonna come in, she's gonna squirt some alcohol on. We don't use ultrasound jelly that much just because of the fur and the mess. Alcohol works pretty well, so we can see on the ultrasound machine. And Natalie's gonna probably show you where the bladder is and whatever other organs she can see. Right, baby girl? Let's put you up.
So I started at the Beaches Animal Hospital in 2004. It was a very quiet environment at that point as far as a veterinary hospital. It was a very slow-paced environment initially, but because we expanded our hours, we were committed to the area. Our clientele has grown tremendously, and now we're a very busy veterinary clinic that employs 7 veterinarians and greater than 30 staff members. So getting an award like Toronto Star's Best Veterinary Service Award certainly makes you feel good, and it makes you look back and think of all the good work you've done. In fact, when we got the Toronto Star Award, I got a bad rating on my Uber that day, and I focused more on the bad Uber rating than I did on this Toronto Star Award. But it helps you keep things in perspective and makes you and the staff feel good about what you've done that day.
Dog patient here, Dolly, and with the ultrasound we can assess in the abdomen, the area that we're looking at. We can assess the kidneys. There's 2 kidneys in a dog and a cat. We can assess the adrenal glands, we can assess the pancreas, we can assess the liver, we can assess the urinary bladder, we can assess the intestinal tract, we can assess the stomach, and we can assess if they have their reproductive organs still, the uterus, the ovaries in this case for Dolly because she's female. She does not because she has been spayed. And we can look for abnormalities such as free fluid in the abdomen, masses, tumors, and also abnormalities in the sizes of some of the organs. Okay, so we'll take a look.
We joke that there's this boomerang approach because although we're a very busy clinic, it can be very taxing at times, both emotionally and physically. And sometimes people venture off to go and try out a different job, but they in a lot of cases come back to work with us because I do believe we're a great clinic to work with, and it's because we're all committed to animals.
Well, folks, that's all the time we have for you guys today.
Make sure to tune in next year for hopefully the return of the in-school edition of the journal.
But until then, stay safe, wash your hands, and have a good day.